Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Whatever the parents are, the kids are going to become. No one talked about God. No one talked about standards.
Why do you think most parents don't set that standard for their own kids and their family?
If you want to be great at something, you got to do it over and over and over again until you master it. Most people are a master of none. Nothing happens until something gets sold. Everything is a freaking sell. Kids are the greatest gift from God outside of the marriage. So I need those values to go to my kids. And that's got to come from me and Jacqueline.
If you guys get a six-pack in 3 months, I'll give you an unlimited shopping spree when we go to Dubai.
They went to Gymshark.
Are you shivering or is it just me?
It's cold.
You shivering too? All right, we transitioning?
We're at 11.
All right, you ready? All right, we are all the way out in Scottsdale, Arizona to interview this man right here. He is a stud at what he does. He's the best at what he does. Thanks for coming on, Andy.
Love you guys. We started in the cold plunge.
Yes.
No better way to start, 5 a.m.
So, dude, I saw a video of you the other day on stage with your kids, and I'm a fitness geek, so this really got me going. You told your kids on stage in front of everyone, if you guys get a six-pack in 3 months, I'll give you an unlimited shopping spree when we go to Dubai. And I just love that you have that standard for your family. And I gotta ask, like, why do you think most parents don't set that standard for their own kids and their family?
Well, I was talking to you about your parents over there, and I said, you got great parents. And that's why you've turned out really good.
Yeah.
And so growing up, I didn't have, I mean, I don't want to say I didn't have a good growing up, but everything that I went through really was who I was as an early adult, right? And so my parents, I thought, if I could do it over, number one, I wouldn't have a broken family. So I would teach my kid not to quit. So I made sure when I married my wife, I was like, I'm going to die with her because I'm going to roll for life because I value the family, I value the marriage. And you're going to say, well, where does this go with fitness? Well, I believe God's number one. He's extremely important. He is number one, but he's extremely important. So I need those values to go to my kids. And that's got to come from me and Jacqueline. And then also the fitness side, dude, I would have given anything to have my dad go to the gym with me when I was a kid. That didn't happen. No one talked about the gym. No one talked about God. No one talked about standards. No one talked about those things. So I think we're in an era right now that whatever the parents are, the kids are going to become. Okay, so that leads to the fitness side.
Yeah.
I told my son when he was younger, I was like, I was giving anything to have my dad go to the gym with me. I said, my whole life, I'm going to try to get you to go because I wanted that with my dad. I said, so, and my daughters, I got 2 beautiful daughters. I said, you guys, I got a boy and I got 2 girls. I want you guys to have the same thing that, you know, like I wanted with my dad, but I want that with you guys, with me and your mom. And so we made a decision that, you know, God's going to be number one.
Yeah.
Okay. We're always going to be a fitness family, but there's times in your life where you kind of push yourself to like another level. And when we went to Dubai, I was like, I want to get really close with you guys, but I want to share something together that we haven't like ever really had a lot of time to do. We've gone to the gym together,
Sure.
But I'm like, we're all going to like make a goal and we're going to do it together. And so my 9-year-old, my 12-year-old, and my son, you know, when I was 14, I was a really little chubby kid. And then I decided that I like wanted to get shredded. And I did. I got really shredded down. Now send me a picture and you can put it on here.
Yeah, I'll see
but I got shredded down to like an 8-pack when I was like 13, 14. But I was really chubby though. So I made this transformation. My family's all big. And so my son takes after me, right? Okay. And then my daughters take after their mom, which she can go run 50 miles and she's like a gazelle. And so my son, he went there and he lost about 20 pounds. He shredded down. Yeah, no. So he's on the point now where he can start getting that 6-pack because he takes after me. And then my daughters, their goal was, 45 days to get that 6-pack, get shredded. Oh, just as a mom or a dad, whoever you are, if you've got kids, whatever you do is what your kid's going to do. And I love challenging my kids. I love putting hard things in front of our kids. And there's always got to be a reward. This is what's cool. How like values can shape somebody. Okay. It started out, Dad, I want to go on a shopping spree because I want to go to Zara. I want to go to, all these other places. I want to get makeup, whatever they had on their mind.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, when it was all said and done, they went to Gymshark.
Really?
That was where their shopping spree went. to buy gym clothes.
Wow, that's cool.
Because they fell in love with the gym that much that it changed from clothes, shopping spree, to gym clothes.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
That's cool. So it sounds like your family's at a beautiful place right now. It sounds like everyone's in a great spot.
Yeah, and you know what I learned? Most parents never really learn their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And in this experience, going through this journey, like for real, like we got really close.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a big deal. Like, you know, I realized I knew I had great kids, but dude, the kids are so freaking cool. Well, so anyway,
you're pushing me, man. My wife and I are 32. We have not jumped on the kids train yet.
She will.
Yeah.
And when it comes, you'll see. You'll be like, dude. And there'll be a time where it clicks and you're like, dude, my kids.
Exactly, dude. Give me some.
And
That's
like,
exactly what I tell people when they try to pressure you. Oh, time's running out, this and that. I'm like, dude, I'm going to look at her one day and we're going to know the time is right.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Awesome.
But kids are kids are the greatest gift from God outside of marriage.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So I started this out by saying you're the best at what you do. Why are you the best at what you do?
Well, I always say this: if you want to be great at something, you got to do it over and 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 over again until you master it. Most people are a master of none. They've mastered nothing in their life.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't master anything in your life, then you're never going to be known to be great at anything. A lot of people are good at a lot of things, but they're not great at one thing. And so repetition and role play was something that I kind of became obsessed with when I was 18 years old in sales. And so if you say I'm good at anything, what we are good at is sales. And we're known as the sales guys.
Sure.
And sales,
that's why we're here, baby.
Yeah. And sales makes the world run around. You know, 3% of the world supports the other 97% in sales. And nothing happens until something gets sold. Businesses go out of business when selling stops.
Yeah.
Selling is everything. Every business owner out there right now, everybody watching this, if they could increase their sales, their life would change. Everything is always going to come down to sales. Yeah. People work hard for a company when the vision is sold. People don't stop when they can keep selling themselves. Everything is a freaking sell. And so the one thing that I'm good at, and we're good at building culture, teams, different things, but it's because we're good at sales. And so at 18, sales would change my life. And I would decide that I'm going to sell until I die.
Okay, so back to the origin of that. I know you were in car sales, but I read something online that in 2019, I believe you and your wife, correct me if I'm wrong, sold your home, you profited off it, and you invested like $700,000 or something in your own self-development. Took the rest and started Elliott Army. Was that true, what I read?
Yeah. Yeah, what happened is...
What a start.
I watched that video with Tony Robbins, and he talked about it's the knowledge space.
Knowledge is potential power. The only real power is execution.
I'm like, what does that mean? And he said, everybody has a specialized skill. And that skill that you have, the question is it a high demand skill? And I was like, well, sales is a high income skill. Everybody wants to make high income. So I'm like, okay, so I know sales. And it said, if you know sales, then he's like, you can monetize it. I'm like, how would I monetize sales? And he basically said, people will cut the check for speed. There's guys that spend 10 years trying to figure out how to sell. But if you're really good and you can teach it, and there's a framework to it, you can actually help people like be successful faster, and they'll pay you for that. Because it costs them more than what it costs you if it takes longer for them not to become successful.
For sure.
And I was like, whoa. I'm like, wait a minute.
Graphs down to that.
Yeah. And so we got out there, started teaching it, had no idea it was going to work, and it would change our life.
That's an awesome
We
background.
built a nine-figure business.
Dude, you freaking are, yeah.
And
Here we are.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where everybody's good at something, and everybody wants to be good at something.
Yeah.
And so it's just matchmaking the people that have already begun or have already been where those other people want to go, and putting them together. And if they'll teach you and you can afford to pay them and you look up to them and you like their values and their principles and standards, do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You have everything to gain.
Yeah. That's goosebumps worthy, as if I wasn't already cold.
Yeah.
Are you shivering or is it just me?
It's cold.
You shivering too? All right, are we transitioning?
Yeah, I don't know what minute we're at, but we're probably at
I think we're at, we got to be at 10. How long are we at, Rafa?
You're at 11.
We're at 11? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's transition.
Let's dunk under.
All right. Oh, he's still under. Woo! That's a good start right there. Oh, man. Man, you are tan, boy. Is that Italian skin or what?
Arizona sun.
Yeah, right. Got me beat. We're doing 100 push-ups apparently. You want to do them too?
No.
No?
What are we doing?
Which way is the wind blowing? Oh, he's good enough. Huh?
Yo. Let's go get it. Come on, bro. Jump out there. Let's go get it.
All right.
Hate every second of this.
What a way to start the day. Look at this. 3 jacked men getting their push-ups in on the fire.
That's 100. Good. How many you got?
Let's go get in the hot tub.
Let's go. No breaks, bro. Ooh, let's go. Come on.
One more set.
Nah, 100. How many you got? 60, yeah?
Yeah.
3. Come on. 4. 5. 6. 7. 9. 10. Full plunge and 100 every day. And then when everybody can do 100 in a row, we'll go for 200 every day. So we're working up to 500.
Yeah.
Because they go 500 is a good goal.
Nice.
Let's go. Hoo-ha.
Thank you. All right.
So we win.
I wasn't going to do them all,
Huh?
but I'm glad you made me do them all.
Of course. We said 100, we're doing 100.
No, I mean, everyone has their own answers. And honestly, I got to the point where I justified my own mind, my own story to just be at peace with it, you know? Because he was a people pleaser. Like in public, he was always the guy that made people happy. But when he like snapped and he got triggered by something, he always said rash things, did rash things, but I would have never thought he went to that length. But I truly believe that if my dad took an extra 30 minutes to calm down that day, he wouldn't
Of
ever
course.
consider that.
Of course.
But unfortunately, it's something that if you do get to the point where you successfully do it, you can't take it back. It blows my mind that people, they eat so well, they exercise, but this, they don't have this together. So, dude, you're doing more damage with that, all the hormones and everything that's dumping into your body. It's the way you're thinking, dude. So he has this specific detox that he's done for decades. It's crazy because they'll play films for him because Tony's kind of weaning off doing the events. Like his vocal cords are going and everything. I'm not sure if you know him too well.
Yeah.
But so they just play the old videos from the Life Masters like 20 years ago. And he had tested it so rigorously with himself and others that the specific heavy metal detox is a specific blend of fruits and veggies. It just flushes out all those toxins that our body holds on to over time, you know? It's like we all enjoy shitty foods from now and then, but our body doesn't rid of it all.
Do you do it while at the event? Like everybody does it together?
Yeah, so it's like full immersion. So it's awesome, you know? Yeah, it was interesting. Like I usually don't have like,
Huh?
How long after do you continue to do it?
it's just during the event.
Just during the event.
They tell you at the end, they said, if you want to go one extra day, a 6th day, just squeeze a little more out, but then he's back in your normal life. One weird thing I noticed is I don't get like body odor much, but like while you're doing the detox, you actually have a little more body odor than usual. Yeah. So I was like intentionally not wearing deodorant and everything to not clog the pores during the cleanse. And I was stinking. They usually not like me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
For how long do you do it?
It was 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, it's
So
Tony
just-
Robbins Life Mastery event.
Just veggies and fruits for 5 days.
Yeah, right. I know. And that was the weird thing. There's no protein to the last day, like 0. It's all fruits and veggies.
So
And that's an intentional part of the process for 5 days. I mean, I felt fine, but it was mentally getting to me. I'm like, I need my protein. I'm going to shrivel up, you know?
yeah.
So I'm naturally a small guy. I feel like I have to eat a good amount every day.
And you did this all the way through the last like 2-3 days again? And you quit?
Yeah, I was all in. Yeah.
You felt touch every day? Okay. You ever hear him talk about like being a psycho competitor and like, you know, there's some people that they're on the mission to do what they want to do and they'll never stop, even to the point of being hospitalized, because these people don't quit. And you know, people say, well, that's not healthy, but some people are on a different purpose, but you don't know, you're in the absence of an off switch. You just don't want to shut it off. You just like, you know, you're after this.
Shutting off is quitting.
So you get to these moments where you're delirious, your head's spinning, your eyes are rolling back in your head.
Yeah, you're like, that's it. I'm never doing this again. I'm done. And then three minutes later, I'm like, okay, let's go.
I love that though. That's what gives life that zest. Like that makes me realize that you can always push yourself further. Like one thing I'll never sacrifice that you were just talking about is sleep. Like I've always just known like it's so important. Like I want my
I don't like you
7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, no, like it's some, you know, it's okay. So there's
There's this lack of sleep. He's at a loss for words.
well, no, there's a thing called the build, right? And that's what I was trying to explain. What's the best way to explain it? There's a thing called the build. And
Where does the bitch?
And when you're trying to build something, there's these things that you want, but things you want more. And then so it's like the sleep's important, but at the end of the night, sometimes those extra 2 or 3 hours really make a big difference, especially if you're building a company. You know, if you're doing something that doesn't require a company, you know, sometimes it's a little bit different, right?
Because you have more and more people depending
Because
on
there's
you.
more people. So it's like
Everybody needs attention.
Their
Like,
cells.
we had people come over because, I mean, everybody needs their time to go over their things and all of that. So we only have a certain amount of hours in the day. So it's like the only thing that's left to do is like, hey, meet us at the house so nobody's interrupting. And then all of a sudden it, you know, cuts into that. But I mean, we function pretty well besides like the lack of sleep, you know, but
So these two were telling us, actually, you were telling us yesterday that at one point you had bought like one of your employees, or you helped him buy a home, and then Ian, we were standing on the balcony and he said he was like on the fence about getting a cold plunge. And the next day a cold plunge showed up in his house and it was you. He's like, Andy, your cold plunge is here. And he's like, no, it's yours, man. So the generosity was just like, wow. I envision that often. Like giving is just one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah,
to do it at that level has got to be the coolest thing.
well, we have a certain amount of love for our employees. We treat them like family. Like we really do care about them. I'm sure they're about to get married. You know, Andy's marrying them, and we treat our employees. I don't even like calling them employees. We treat our people, our
but
team.
I think the reason why you say it is because you try to explain to other people that it's a business that's run as a family.
Yeah, exactly. People don't understand.
So you have to. It's
People
our
don't get
family,
it.
right? But then, you know, it's like it's your chosen family. It's not like your blood family, but it's actually, in most cases, closer than your blood family.
Yeah. Wow. We had to build our family.
Well, ours is for sure, but I mean, everybody has a different family. So,
But everybody tells us, hey, don't do that. Don't get close to the employees. This is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, it might happen. But like, hey, we have the ability to build something really good. And not because of somebody, you know, that mistreats us or takes advantage of our hearts or generosity. Am I going to ever treat these guys differently? Like that's not fair to them. Right. Yeah. And it's a two-way street. Like we take care of each other, we trust them with everything. Like our kids, if we can't have anybody around our kids, our people, they're not employed by us. Like that's just the way we work. Yeah. Like we've got to make sure that trust is there.
families are never perfect, but if everybody's hearts aligned, you know, they're both trying to go after the same mission, it works out really cool. Mm-hmm. You know, because humans are humans. They're all going to make mistakes along the way and mess up. And so me and Jackie are all about mistakes. We're all about mess ups. We know they're going to happen. We're going to do them. They're going to do them. Yeah. You know, but if we can all just make a commitment, you know, try to be great together and have each other's back. I mean, you know, in the long run, you'll end up with a pretty crazy, cool life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys have set a good example. I've heard more times than not, don't go into business with your friends. Yeah. But I beg to differ. I feel like you have a good example of that.
Well, the reason why is because people change over time.
They're afraid to like speak directly because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or there's a certain amount of loyalty. There's things that happen, but like, you know, truly your friends really will push toward the mission the same exact way you will if you keep that vision, you know, going. It's like losing the newness in a relationship, losing the newness of a parent, losing the newness in your work and everything that you do. Like if you lose that, then yeah, your intentions could change, and that's why it all goes south. But like, you know, Tony Robbins talked about significance, right? Significance is what he preaches, right? So if you feel significant, like there's no way to lose that. People lose it. It's never money. It's not anything like that. You know, obviously we do want to make sure that our people, you know, have a good living, because we don't want to be the ones that win only. We want everybody to win. But if you don't feel significant, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You're just done. Like,
Yeah, I'm debating $1 million right now. It's crazy.
Debating?
Yeah.
Debating.
He said Ian was debating a cold plunge. I'm debating $1 million.
Yeah.
He's calling a shot.
Give it a shot. Well, we're happy to give you the $1 million, but you got to earn it, and you know that's not going. You got to prove yourself in that way. It's like telling my kid, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get you the fanciest car," and he didn't earn it. Well, I is he an entitled piece of shit? Wonder why.
But we do reward hard work, we reward people pushing for big things.
Right.
And when somebody's working hard, we'll do anything for them. Like anything.
Yeah.
You know, and by the way, it's not just for gain for the company to, you know, grow, but it's also to see that person do their best is really fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to see somebody pull off something that they didn't think they could pull off, to me is like super cool. Like I'll pay to watch someone else pull off something that benefits their life.
I like that.
You know, I mean, we told them one, we'd buy him a Porsche if he hit these 4 key numbers.
All right.
Right? But it's going to be hard. I don't get the Porsche. I haven't got to pay for it.
Yeah.
But he gets it if he can hit it. I like people that say, hey, I'm going to do this thing. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. All right. What do you want? And then they're like, I want this. And we're like, if you hit that, and if you miss it by if you miss the mark, you miss the mark.
Yeah.
But if you hit it, you get it. I'm happy to pay. I was going around for a long time, and I was paying people, like she was giving $10,000 out a day for people that hit 6-packs. I'd go out to people that were overweight.
Strangers, like
Just
strangers.
overweight people.
Oh, really?
No, like do it with people that we know at least that are in like our training program.
Yeah,
Somebody's
but
like,
I would
"Oh,
say-
you work for this person. Hey, I'll give you $10,000 if you get a 6-pack." I'm like, that's
because I
cool,
feel like
but
it changed their life if they got in shape. And so I would say,
just for the
I'd say, hey,
fact that you wanted to change it,
I'd say-
which is great.
yeah, so I'd be like, let's just say I'm looking at him, and I'd say, hey, you know, if you can get a 6-pack in 90 days, I'll give you 10 grand. And dude, people light up. They're like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Or if you
yeah.
can drop as much this.
Yeah, or
pounds.
like one guy lost 70 pounds. I gave him in a certain amount of time. But my point is that I would just do these things, and then, you know, obviously, like these people would hit them, and it would change their whole life.
I'm like, Andy, did you tell this guy? And I'm like, what's your name? And he's like, Bobby. And I'm like, did you tell Bobby you're going to give him 10 grand? He's like, I don't know who Bobby is. Like, Bobby said you're going to give him 10 grand. And he's like, Bobby, where did you meet Andy? Oh, I met him at this event in Vegas or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Did you tell him in Vegas? He's like, I guess I did. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, shit. And like, he would tell strangers, random people that.
Hey, but and the cool thing is that, you know, you knew how hard it was for these people to get these things.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I gave $50,000 to Brad.
Really? To get us. Wow.
There was some gray area on the 6-pack. but with Brad, we went ahead and
If we wouldn't have given it to him, we would have.
because you know how Brad is.
He gets really bad.
He's like, you know, I was like, Brad, no shadows outside, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he's got like the perfect lighting. It's his picture, you know, camera,
His
filter.
picture.
I'm like, anyway.
The people voted on his story. They voted on his, and then on Andy's. How many people voted on his? 300, and then like
Yeah, he posted on his
56%.
story. He goes, "Does Andy owe me money? Do I have a 6-pack?" And obviously they're his people, right?
Yeah.
And so there was like,
Does Andy owe me money? They're
There was
like,
like
of course, take the
2,000
money. And it's like people are what?
well, his stories was seen by like 2,000 people, right? And then it was like 70% of them said, yes, Andy owes you money. And then my deal is I posted a 6-pack on my story. And I posted Brad's 6-pack next to me. And I said, does Brad have a 6-pack? And 80% of them said no. Right?
But how many more people?
Because that's a 6-pack and this is not.
This is nuts.
And I had 400,000 people
Yeah, there's a lot more views.
vote on my so we're talking 2,400,000.
Yes.
And it was no. But he's like, bro, we never talked about like whose channel. In our company, I put on $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 bonuses for everyone in the company. Dude, I mean, I never worked for a company that gave me a $20,000 bonus
For a Vidanta trip.
for a month. Yeah, or a Vidanta trip. You know? that, you know,
We got
like
several
going to Mexico.
things going on usually.
Man, it's $100. When you check out, it's $100,000. I mean, it's all paid.
The hospitality is insane. Like accommodations are great. The service is great.
Unreal.
It's like getting a whole different planet. You go through, there are gates. You go through a certain not everybody can go in there. It's like by invitation only, and it's like you're in like the forest basically because it's so green and beautiful. It's like you feel like you're not even in the same.
It's in Mexico.
You ever? Yeah, it's the highest level of resort you can get into. It's insane. You ever see these like Instagram? Yeah, you ever see these Instagram videos? And you're like,
I want to go there.
Yeah, feel. Yeah.
you're like, is that real?
Then you get in and it's nothing.
And it's
like
like
that.
got this huge infinity pool in the back, and I mean like, and you're out in the middle of the jungle, and it's like, you know, just beautiful, just amazing built,
These are really
incredible place. You're just like, what? You're like, no ways. And then you see it, and it was like,
and it looks this place
When
is
you
way
show
better
up,
than it is.
It's the real deal.
yeah, it's the real deal. And it's just, you know, it's just expensive. I mean, you know, you're dropping $20,000 a day to stay, you know, which is, you know, for to go on a vacation.
And you guys did it?
it's money.
You have done it already?
Oh,
Well,
many
done.
times.
They
You've done it multiple
they take
times.
like the top performers
Yeah.
of the company.
Yeah.
I mean, we go all the time.
Yeah.
But like the deal is that it's just a really special experience with everybody's families who goes. So, and then also
And then people
all
love
together.
us, so we get extra special treatment because
Yeah, the people that own the place that run it, they're good friends of ours. So they just make sure that it's like super VIP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you have your own maids, your own butlers, people waiting. It's like,
That's too cool.
I'm like, I'll wake up. I'm like, dude, I want a steak delivered at 6 a.m. I want one at 9 a.m. I want
so seriously, they will have it there.
I'm like, I want a massage from 2 to 4.
Yeah.
At the gym from here. I'm going to go there.
I get mad at him because he orders so much food, and I'm like, "You're not eating this. You're so wasteful. Like, stop!" And I'm just like,
I'm
I
just
get
like
like,
on a terror.
I hate wasting.
You know?
He's like he hadn't eaten in 5 months. I'm just like, dude, like,
Exactly. I'm just on a terror. Like this week,
he's been hibernating, or he's about to hibernate.
I mean, you can go, we put on 20 pounds of muscle in a week. Dude. It's just like, you're just feeding us like animals. But I love seeing people hit stuff, man. You know, when I was a kid, and this is not, like, I'm not special. Okay? I'm actually a special ed. So it's like, no, because I hit, well, I love making fun of me but I never missed a bonus. I never miss one. I don't miss bonuses. I don't miss them. And so when people miss them, I don't understand why people miss them. Like because it tells me a lot about a person when someone else is willing to pay you the commission that you earned for the work that you did. And then they're even willing to give you extra money to hit something that pays you more money, but costs them more. It's pretty crazy, right? It's like, dude, if you hit your bonus this month, I'm going to give you a Rolex. Okay, so let's get it right. So this guy, I'm going to hit my bonus. He's going to pay me what I'm supposed to get paid
Yeah,
anyways.
he's a big fat.
And then he's going to give me a $30,000 Rolex too, that he pays for out of his pocket. How in the hell
Get it done.
could I miss this bonus? Like, dude, I'm taking this guy's Rolex.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking your
Seriously.
freaking Rolex, bro. Like, there's no chance in hell I'm missing the Rolex. And so anytime there's a bonus on the line, no matter what, doesn't matter what happens, I never miss it.
Yeah, he's
I can't miss it.
And like, I think the excitement is there when you hear about it, and he doesn't lose the excitement throughout the process. And he's like, I've got this. This is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think people lose that when they hear it. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
and-
cool. I'm gonna get it. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I guess.
Well, and people hear the bonus and they're like, see, the way a bonus works is that there's going to be days when you know you're not tracking your bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And so those days are where everyone else quits. Those are when the losers quit.
Yeah.
Okay. Every bonus I've ever hit, I've never been on track to hit it until the last day, and then I pulled it off. And so you take a 30-day month, it was 30 days of high stress. It was 30 days of high chaos. It was 30 days of feeling behind every day. It was 30 days of panic. But in the end, by the last buzzer, you always won.
Freaking did it.
And so it's like, you know, the David Goggins cookie and the cookie jar mentality. You know what it feels like to win. You're going to be behind. You're probably not going to be ahead of anybody. You ever watch these CrossFit games? If you watch them, most of the people that win the CrossFit games, they weren't the first out the gate. Dude,
The best endurance.
they ran 80%, while the other ones went 90 to 100. And then in the end, they just freaking smoke these fools. And they pace them and they look behind. And the ones that you watch at the front, you're like, yeah, they always end up losing. Because the pacer, the one that's the best pacer behind them,
when we do our workouts,
always comes and beats them. Yeah.
And when we do our workouts, you have the muscly guys that they're about to take off and they're ready. They're ready to race. And look at them, I'm like, yeah, you're the first one that's going to freaking quit. Like,
It's
dude.
because these guys that get hyped in beginning, when you talk about the bonus, they work on emotions and the other works.
Well, yeah. So what happens is when I say, hey guys, I'm going to give you this bonus if you do this. And so what happens is that first day they come out the gate and they don't have a big day and they immediately think, God, or the next 3 days suck. And they're like, oh, damn, man. And so immediately the first thing goes from, I'm going to hit this bonus that, man, I got to figure out how to pull my month off. Instead of saying, I'm still going to hit this bonus. Over my dead body, am I going to miss this bonus? And I'm going to get a chance to prove how badass I really am and pull this off. That's the reason why the bonuses never get missed, because they're never hit early on. And I've never came out and was like, oh, dude, I still got 8 days left and already hit my bonus. It's never, bonuses don't, anybody that puts on a real bonus, you'll never feel that. Just stretch the hell out of someone. And so someone at the end of the month gets paid something in addition for doing something they never thought they could do.
Yeah.
And that's why I love sales.
And
Sales just stretches the hell out.
it's fun.
Yeah.
I was I don't know, 20 years old, and the most cars I've ever sold. Most car salespeople when I was younger, the average car salesman would sell 6 to 8 cars a month. I was selling 30. So I'm doing way better than everybody else. And then there's that one person that's doing 20 or 30, right? And so I would sell 30. They put on this Yachtmaster Rolex. It was his white face. It was like titanium.
Yachtmaster?
Yachtmaster.
Oh, Yachtmaster.
And I was, this is 25 years ago.
Okay.
But I remember thinking, I'm like, there was this guy that was not better than me, but he sold more volume than me. See, we'd go around the meeting and they'd say, how many cars do you have out? Like, how many do you have sold? How much money do you have made? And they'd come to me and they'd say, how many cars do you have sold? And I would say, 30 cars, 30 grand. And they'd go to this guy and this guy would do like 45 cars, 12 grand. It's like more volume, less money.
Yep, I get you.
So like I was always out earning him, but he was out voluming me. And so I
What do
worked
they
in,
value more in that industry?
well, I worked in used cars and he worked in new. And new, they made the same car. They've got an MSRP on the window, and people could just come in and buy them, you could discount them and they'd sell. Used cars, they scratch the hell out. They got chips and door dings and all this stuff. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Out there freaking slinging used metal. This guy's selling brand new shiny pieces on the showroom floor with 0 miles and a full warranty. My shit was 98,000 miles.
Put it in the work. Okay.
And I'm like, 98,000 miles, but it looks like it's got 0 miles. But he's like, it does have 0 miles. And I'm like, but it looks like it's got 0 miles. And they're like, I don't know. I see a big scratch over there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, already discounted. It's not a problem. It's like I'm slinging used. He's over here new. The point is it would take 63 cars. Is what I ended up selling on to get that watch. Woo. But watch this. Going down to the last day, he was ahead of me, and I was like, I'm gonna die before I lose. And I ended up beating him by like 1 car at like midnight. But that feeling of believing that everyone else would quit made me feel so powerful.
Yeah.
Because and then for the rest of my life, I would know what it would feel like if you wanted to go against someone and go for something big. And either die, or win.
Yeah.
And so in sales, I'm always trying to stay on top the whole time.
Yeah.
And normally I can, but when somebody puts out something really big, like let's say you're like, the most we've ever done is $1 million. And you're like, cool, I'm going to buy you a Porsche if we do 3 million. What kind of Porsche did I tell you to buy?
GT3 RS.
No.
Yeah. I told him I'd buy him one January 1, 2026. Yeah. As long as he hit 4 metrics.
I didn't even sleep last night.
But the deal is that in order for him to hit it though, he'll have to understand that every day he goes idle thinking about he's behind, he loses. Mm-hmm. He'll have to sit there and think, I'm not behind. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not figuring it out enough. I've got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, like his metrics, what it is. And so in sales, I would always think, you know, they're like, well, even if you sold this much, you only have this many leads coming in. This is the average, you know, and it's like, no, I'm still going to hit it. I don't know where I'm going to hit it, but I know I'm looking to hit it. And, you know, and like, let's say he does social media, right? Well, one video can do something crazy. Okay. Just like one customer can come in and buy something crazy. And, you know, the funny thing is that when I beat this guy, it's not that God throws you a bone, but that if you do the work, like he always lines up the opportunity. He does. Now you have to wait for it. You have to be patient for it. Yet you can't expect it to be easy. You know, it's gonna feel nasty. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But it was about 9. I'm behind 2 cars. This guy's ahead of me. The dealership closes at 9. Mm-hmm. I'm 20 years old. Mm-hmm. And basically everybody's like, how does it feel to get beat by Ricky, bro?
Ready?
And by the way, the number 2 deal was like, you get $2,000 worth of suits. And I don't wear suits. So I'm like, I'm just going to burn them. You know what I'm saying? I want the watch. This guy pulls up and he said, hey man, I got my car next door at the Firestone, you know, getting his tires replaced. And he says, I'm just burning time. And I'm like, this is my dude. Long story short, I end up talking to him for a minute. And I ended up selling him 2 cars, one for him and his wife. And so I was behind by 1, and I did because I knew, I mean, you got one bird here. I'm like, I need 2 eggs, you know? So I'm like, I got to figure this one out. But anyways, the guy came through just, you know, just like everybody. I'm just looking, you know, and I remember I was like, dude, no, I'm going to sell this guy. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going to sell this guy 2 cars because we're not doing a tie. And so I convinced him, man. That night I was just like, dude, listen, man, this is the time right now. You can go home. I'm like, your wife's going to see how much you care about her, how much you appreciate her. It's going to be a surprise. It has to be a surprise because that's a shock and all. She would never think you're going to just over here getting your tires done and then you brought, you know, mama home a new car. Are you kidding me? But the greatest husbands do that. They do it. I see it every day, man.
Yeah.
This is your time. She's wanted that. I've got it. Dude, everything's lining up. And anyways, next thing you know, I got the guy in the finance office, 2 cars down.
That is
and I was like, and I remember when I sold that, everybody's like, no ways. Everybody the next morning, they're like, you guys know who won it? And they're like, Andy beat him last night. He was here at 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Gosh, wow.
And they're like, how does it feel? I was like, I knew I was going to beat him. Like I knew and it's not cocky.
Yeah.
But like only the people that hit the big bonuses, they knew they were going to win it anyways. The guy that doesn't think he's going to win it never wins it. Well, because the minute that you get doubt, you're going to quit because you've already doubted yourself. If it's like, I hope I win it, you're out. You have to be like, I'm going to hit it no matter what. Basically, I'm prepared to die if I miss it. Like I'll either hit it or die. Everybody that says I'll hit it or die, a few die, okay? But all the other ones hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Leashes.
Yeah, leashes. It's all leashes. It's all right here, man. And so that's the deal about if we could just figure out how to bottle that courage to get people not to quit, dude, that's the last thing we'd sell that until we die.
That's
if I could bottle energy, we'd be billionaires. You know, energy. Because everybody wants more energy. And then if we could bottle belief, we could just sell it.
Well, I mean, listening to you is a very good way to bottling energy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've lived it, man.
Because you sell energy. Mm-hmm. It's impossible to listen to you talking and not get filled up with energy and belief.
100%.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
I've been with you in private.
Yeah, let's do it. But no, it's cool. You'll see the next 2 days just filmed us.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that everything that we built in our company, has all been off delusional belief. You listen to me, man. I'm like, you build something great, okay? And it money's fake. You know, the money that I have, money that's all fake. It really means
I
nothing.
think I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's all here.
Yeah.
Like you always talked about, like this thing is so powerful, man. It's powerful enough, you know, for like your dad to give up at some point. It's powerful enough for you to build whatever the hell you want. It's all of us can just decide what are we gonna do with like our thoughts. Man, since you're a Tony Robbins guy, we'll finish with this, but he says the greatest responsibility of any human is to be in control of their own thoughts. It's your greatest responsibility. I can't think for you. I can't make you happy. Look, dude, if I'm the coolest guy in the world, and let's just say like I have this great perspective. If you have a beautiful wife, if you have an awesome best friend, you have super cool kids, you have everything you've ever wanted, you could still not be happy because of you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm around people right now that I'm like, dude, you can make it, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can make it. And they're still not making it because they can't get it that they can make it.
Yeah.
And so, and they say out loud, oh man, I know I'm going to make it. But you know, when you look at them, that their eyes say, I'm not going to make it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like their eyes said they're not going to make it.
Self-doubt.
Yeah. So when I train people in a room, business owners, anybody, right? And I'm looking around and I'm talking to people, I look at people's eyes and their eyes are like newspapers. Like they just say like what they can and can't do.
Jeez.
And most of them are doing this. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, no. No, because your eyes don't lie.
Yeah. That's something.
So you can see your soul through your eyes.
Yeah. At least you're doing your part though. You're still leading them. Like you're showing up, doing your part.
Yeah.
And not everyone's going to make it, but there's those few people in the room that are going to latch on to what you're saying. They're going to fucking do it.
And they have to be psycho, man. I mean, listen, I say this all the time. If you're not willing to be a psychopath for the things, I mean, a psychopath, which in normal society is a bad word.
Are you a psycho, Selena?
Yes. Every day I wake up and I'm like, am I going to shave my head bald today? I don't know. Maybe. Every single person that I sold tickets to for the Davy Goggins event, I'm like, today's going to be the day. But I will marry Tyler in less than a year, though.
The fact that you can do this in such a chill way and then go just kill it later today, I'm excited to watch that transition.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And you'll also see how much we care. I mean, the biggest thing is that with social media, I mean, he knows, you know, dude, we love our kids, we love our team, we love being good people. And, you know, we get fired up, right, about winning. I don't think anybody's ever going to follow anybody that's dead.
Sure.
And honestly, I feel like as humans, we walk among the dead. We just walk among the dead. And so like I see dead people all day long that are alive, but they haven't lived at all.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's a superpower to be able to, you know, be at peace, to be loving, but then also be a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know, because I respect people like that. Because if you're going to build anything big, you're going to have to be absolutely batshit crazy. Okay? Because the amount of hell that you're going to go through, the amount of rejection, the amount of hate, the amount of pain is going to be insane.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out today's Cold Tub Talks episode with Andy, Elliott. Tons of value, tons of insight, and surely inspiring. If you want to check out more Cold Tub Talks episodes just like this one with more great guests, you click right here.